Are the Pittsburgh Steelers the best team in the NFL? Let's discuss what is going on, y'all. Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL, here to talk about this very topic, obviously, that I have posed to you guys about the potential best team in football in 2020. So before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, folks. The best, latest and greatest NFL topics, content you won't find anywhere else, especially analysis-wise. I bring you the raw, real analysis that you want and that you need. All right, and make sure to go ahead and follow me on my social media links down below on the screen for all that good stuff. So let's get into it. So I've been kind of wanting to make this video, but I thought it was appropriate now after the Pittsburgh Steelers win their most impressive game of the year by far against the Tennessee Titans, the formerly undefeated Tennessee Titans. And now the Steelers moved to 6-0, and they are obviously still undefeated. And the reason is because now I think it is a legitimate question to ask if the Pittsburgh Steelers are the best team in the NFL. Okay? Best team in the NFL. And you might be thinking, Faiz, are you crazy? You think the Steelers are better than the Chiefs? Well, hear me out. I'm not saying, okay, Steelers are going to go ahead and win the Super Bowl and it's a wrap for everybody. No, what I am saying, though, is right now, is there a team playing better football than the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm talking about absolute domination on both sides of the football, defensively, offensively, and, of course, special teams, because I take a look at Kansas City, and yeah, they obviously had a fantastic performance against the Denver Broncos, but their defense is not going to be, or is not that good against a formidable opponent, okay? The Pittsburgh Steelers defense, on the other hand, yeah, it's the best in the NFL. And I'm a Bears fan saying that, okay? I believe the Bears have the second best defense, and if it wasn't for the Steelers, it'd be the best defense. But the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is no joke. It is the best in the NFL. They held Derrick Henry to less than 100 yards, which feels like nobody is ever able to do. And so that, to me, is impressive in itself. And then, obviously, the revelation of Ben Roethlisberger on the offensive side, right? He's obviously been a huge upgrade for them in the passing game from what they were a year ago. And he looks like the Big Ben of old. You got 3 receivers now that are all threats in Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, and Chase Claypool, the rookie wide receiver who has emerged this year. And the crazy part is you really don't know who that number 1 receiver is between those 3. Any one of them could pop off, and I would argue that is even more dangerous than having a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver, okay? So to me, the Steelers playing fantastic football on both sides, and that to me is the difference here, folks, because when I pose this question of are the Steelers the best team in the NFL, well, every team that I want to put in this conversation has a hole on one or another side of the football, right? We've got the Seattle Seahawks, who are completely deficient on the defensive end. They're literally getting carried by Russell Wilson, but their defense is awful. Then you've got the Kansas City Chiefs, who, again, like I mentioned, their defense is not very good, okay? Their offense carries them, okay? Then we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously, that I mentioned. So let's move on from there. We've got the Baltimore Ravens up next. Now, the Ravens, to me, are interesting because they do have a good defense, and they do have a pretty good offense. But it's clear with the Ravens, they better not hope they go up against the Chiefs in the playoffs, because the Chiefs are their kryptonite. Honestly, folks, they really are. And offensively, I would take the Steelers' offense, and defensively, I would take the Steelers' defense over the Ravens. So, again, I think the Steelers are better. Then, obviously, we've got the Tennessee Titans, who I believe are a good team. They're a playoff team. I don't believe the Tennessee Titans are Super Bowl contenders. Now, you might be thinking, 5-1 now. Really? Well, let me say this. I would be very shocked if the Titans won the Super Bowl. Can they do it? Maybe. But again, it's a lot of depending on Derrick Henry, and can Ryan Tannehill really win you a game by himself like last year? Again, in the playoffs, obviously, he wasn't able to do it. I thought the Cinderella run was supposed to happen last year. It didn't happen, right? But okay, if you want to give the Titans credit, their defense isn't very good. Their offense is solid, but their defense isn't very good. Then we got the Packers. Packers defense is okay, average, not spectacular, not elite. They're elite on offense because of, obviously, Aaron Rodgers. Tampa Bay, they are elite on offense and they are elite on defense. I believe so, even though my Bears did beat them. Just want to point that out there. Specifically against the run is where Tampa Bay exceeds on the defense side of the football. And so when I take a look at Tampa Bay, absolutely they're a Super Bowl contender. Are they better than the Chiefs? The Steelers? Well, offensively, I would say Tampa Bay is probably better offensively. Defensively, I would still take the Steelers. Okay, so maybe Tampa right now, all right, they're good on both sides of the football. Then other teams, the Saints, again, offensively, they haven't been looking as good, and defensively as well. They just have not looked like the Saints that we thought we were getting coming into the season, okay? And then the Bills and the Rams, I'm just not buying them, all right? And then we've got the Bears, who are elite on the defense side of the football, but they are not elite on the offense side of the football. So really, what it boils down to is the only two teams in the NFL that are elite, or you can make the argument that are elite on both sides of the football, are the Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay? So that is why I believe it is a legitimate argument right now. You might be thinking, Faiz, who have the Steelers beaten in their 6 games? Well, they've only played the Giants, Broncos, Texans, Eagles, Browns, Titans. All right? 4 of those teams, again, nothing great in the Giants, Broncos, Texans, and Eagles. But I can make the argument the Texans could have potentially been a playoff team if they didn't have Bill O'Brien. The Browns, I believe, are a playoff team. And obviously the Titans was the most impressive one. So, again, I say all that to say this. Right now, at this very moment, the Steelers are the best team in the NFL. All right? Right now. They're playing the best football. If I had to bet the Steelers to be the best team moving forward, I would still pick the Kansas City Chiefs over them just because of their offense and just because of Patrick Mahomes. All right? And Tampa Bay, obviously, you can make that argument, is a team that is at that level as well. But I would say Pittsburgh's better than Baltimore. They're better than Seattle. They're better than Tennessee. They're better than Green Bay. They are better than all these teams, folks. And I'm telling you right now, you better start buying into the Pittsburgh Steelers because they are for real. So let me know what you guys think. Are the Steelers the best team in the NFL right now? I believe they are, but let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.